What's up guys, Dan here, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to get started in wholesaling. All right, guys, right before we get into this, I want to give a quick shout out to partner on this video, Batch Leads. This is actually one of the services that I use with my wholesaling business to skip trace, generate leads, to send SMS messages, and all that good stuff, guys. It's super great, and you can actually get 1,000 free leads by clicking the link down below. Using my link helped me a lot, and it's actually the tool that we use every day to get deals for our wholesale business. So guys, check that out if you'd like. With that, let's get right into the video. All right, so how to get started in wholesaling. Now, everyone's heard about wholesaling. It's really hot right now. You can make a lot of money really fast. Typically minimum assignment fees and stuff are like $5,000. People are making $5,000 to $50,000 per deal, guys. So obviously it's a very lucrative business to get into because there's really low barriers to entry. You really don't need any money. You need very little time and very little skill to get started. And so it's very, very popular right now, and for good reason. We've wholesaled a little bit, and we've bought from a lot of wholesalers to buy our fix and flip houses. And we recently just started doing direct to seller marketing and really going and getting our own leads, doing the stuff that you do to get wholesale business. So I'm going to explain in this video the steps that you should take when you're first getting into wholesaling to be successful. All right, so guys, let's get right into the meat of this video. I don't want to waste your time. So the first thing, and this is a lesson that I got from some of the mentors that I follow to get into it, is you've got to take action, guys. You've really got to stop watching videos and go take action. Okay, and I'm going to get into what that action should look like for you, but that's really the biggest thing, guys. I cannot tell you enough. Like, just making things happen, as simple as it sounds. Like, you have to stop watching videos and stop consuming information. You get enough to where you have a good handle on things, and then beyond that, it's going to require picking up the phone, getting in the car, sending the marketing, whatever it is, guys. You're going to have to do that thing in order to actually get the business. And don't worry about the nitty-gritty details, because I guarantee you that once you actually get a deal or a lead, you will figure all that stuff out, guys. It's one thing to consume information without context. It's another thing to be in the trench having the problem and then having to go get the information. It's going to be much more effective to consume it at that point, as you'll retain it a lot better and be able to implement it. So the first thing that I would do getting started wholesaling is you're going to need to pick one, and that's right, just one acquisition strategy. So your biggest problem with wholesaling, and the thing that you're going to be spending most of your time on, is marketing to sellers and finding seller leads, talking to those seller leads. And that is going to be the inflow and the income of your business, talking to sellers and ultimately getting them under contract to buy their properties at prices where you can then wholesale them to end buyers. That is going to be what you're going to be spending the vast majority of your time on. Probably 80 to 90% of your time should just be spent marketing to sellers. Everything else is much, much easier than this. Makes or breaks the poor wholesalers from the really successful ones is the really successful ones spend almost all of their time looking for sellers. With that, you're going to want to pick one acquisition strategy. So the good and the bad thing about real estate is that there's so many different ways to be successful in this business that it's sometimes hard to know which is the right way. And it really depends on your personality and where your skill set is and what your strong suits are. There's really no wrong or right. There's just different ways. So you've got a few of the most popular ones, which is like cold calling, texting, driving for dollars, sending mailers, to just name a few. Ringless voicemail drops, door knocking. I mean, right there is like 5 or 6 different ways that you can market to sellers, and they all work, guys. And if you look up, how to do X way to market, somebody has been successful with that way. The problem is that because there's so much success, it might be confusing as to what way you should start with. The thing that I learned from a couple guys is every way you can be successful, you just have to do that one thing and do it a lot and do it consistently. So I would pick one thing. So I can share from my personal experience. I went ahead and am going the SMS text route. So I'm combining SMS texting and calling those leads, right? So I'm sending out text messages to lists and that I'm pulling, whether these are probate or pre-foreclosure or code violation or whatever lists, and I'm sending them text messages, and then I'm calling those people that respond to those text messages. So that is my one strategy, guys. There are other people that just drive for dollars. Maybe they don't like the phones. Maybe they don't like text messaging. All they do is drive for dollars. They send people postcards. They don't ever talk to anybody except when people call them interested to sell, guys. And I know a guy that's done hundreds of transactions that way. I know another guy that's done hundreds of transactions, knocking on doors and talking to people, hanging out in people's living rooms and hacking out deals over the kitchen table, guys. And he's doing very, very well. So there's different ways to do this, guys, but my biggest advice and what I've heard from multiple successful wholesalers is just pick one way, guys. And I would do it for at minimum 4 to 6 months before changing. Because the problem is that I was just at an event last night and they said that from the lead coming in the door to signing a contract, it's taking them on average 50 days to do that. So that's almost 2 months to just get your first deal. All right, and sometimes you're going to get lucky. You're going to get one very fast. I've had deals that have gone faster. I've had deals that have gone slower, right? So, but you're going to need to stick on the gas doing this consistently every day for at least 4 months before you can really determine if it's working for you or not. Because if you just do it for a week or 2 weeks or even a month and you haven't gotten any results, it's probably not in the method. It's just that you haven't done it long enough. With buying and selling houses, the reality is that the turn times and the cycles are very long. Typically 1, 2, 3, 6 months before you're going to see any results. So you really have to be diligent and be very patient. And that's why I think a lot of beginners fall down, is they think there's these gurus out there that are telling you that you can make all this very quick, easy money in wholesaling, that you don't need to really do anything, super easy. You can find those deals, but to do this consistently, to really build a business where you're going to be making those $10,000 assignment fees, multiple of those every single month, it's just going to require a lot of work and a lot of diligence in this business, guys. So I think a lot of people get started, they think they're going to get a deal instantly, and then they don't get a deal in the first week, and they're just like, oh, the wholesaling doesn't work, and they quit. What you're gonna do, there's different methods out there. I would pick one method and just go hard on it. Do it every day for a few hours a day for at least 4 months before deciding if it's right or wrong for you. You know your personality better than me, so you can decide, am I good on the phones? Can I make good postcards? Can I, go door knock? Whatever your skill set is, I would really lean into that and really do that, because it's gonna be tough. You're gonna get a lot of rejection and a lot of silence for a while, but I can guarantee you that you will start getting some results. If you just keep at it, you'll figure it out, optimize as you go, and it will work out. So secondly, let's just say, so you've got your marketing done, you found a buyer, then you've got to do a few things, analyze the deal. You've got to then find a buyer for this deal, right? And you've got to get with the title company. So those are all secondary things. Honestly, guys, that is not that difficult. If you have a deal, there's a lot of investors out there, good investors that will help you. I would split the deal with somebody who knows, split it with another wholesaler to help them underwrite it for you. I would take 50-50 all day for somebody to help me work that deal and get a buyer and know the title company and everything, because you're going to make some money, guys, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to leverage somebody else's experience and their buyers, so that way you can quickly move that deal, get that experience, learn the process, build that relationship, and then you can move on and keep doing more and more deals. But that's what I would do next, guys. Buyers are very easy to find. You can look on Facebook groups, just go to your local Facebook groups for wherever you're marketing and look for buyers there. Or you can, if you're on other wholesalers lists, you can look at the properties they've advertised in the past and actually go look those properties up and see who owns them now, because you can call those people. If they bought those properties that the other wholesalers sell, they might buy your property if it's in a similar location. That's a strategy for you. So those are some awesome ways to get started wholesaling. That's the first thing I would do, guys. Spend 90% of your time on acquisition, really sharpening your sales skills, really focusing on being consistent and just taking action. And guys, I can tell you, you will learn so fast once you get somebody on the phone or get a response or really, get into the weeds of the transaction. That will force you to learn. And, don't sweat it if a deal falls through, guys. You're going to learn a lot. You can take that to the next deal, guys. These are skills that you're going to retain forever. So, there's always more deals out there, but skills last a lifetime, guys. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Dan Cohan. If you like this video, please hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe. And if you guys want to get started with SMS messaging and skip tracing and property looks and stuff, check out Batch Leads. Get some free records in the description below. Click that link. It would help the channel, and I think it's going to help you guys a lot. And with that, I'm Dan Cohan, and I will see you guys in the next video.